today's topic, and I can make it more flexible going forward based on your suggestions. But today I thought a very good way to start with, since our audience is like people who are starting and also the experienced people will love this, that let's know about the Dynamics 365 ecosystem and its history, right? How this product has evolved. And yesterday we celebrated 50 years of Microsoft, right? So I think it is good to know about that. Microsoft has come along 50 years, but how many years this product, like where we all are working and we want to work on this product, like has been, or how it has evolved over the period of time. So one of the thing which I want to start, like a lot of things in the market, or a lot of people have a confusion about sometimes understanding the different category of the ERP or the products which are available in this ERP and CRM space. So what I thought, like, because if you are transitioning in this area, right? One of the key thing which you need to know is that what is your target product or the profile. If you do not understand that well, you might end up consuming a lot of information which possibly might not relevant for you. So that is where I thought to break down this whole product business application product ecosystem. So if I start with Microsoft Dynamics, so it has a category like AI, ERP, Business Central, Sell, and GP, and the customer engagement. Now GP and this SL is kind of retired, right? It is a very old product for Microsoft which has been retired. But right now in the market, which you would see is that AI, ERP, Business Central, and customer engagement. These are the three categories which you have it. Now, if I talk about AI, ERP, this consists of the different apps within this, and this is also known as Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations, Finance and Supply Chain. And this has got the apps like Finance, Supply Chain, HR, Commerce, Project Operations. Now, Project Operation, we can argue it can be part of the customer engagement also, but I have kept in this particular category. Then you have the Business Central, right? So now one of the key difference between these two, they both are ERP. I mean, they both are used by the organization as an ERP solution. But the difference between them is that Business Central, you can say it's more applicable for small to medium enterprises, whereas the AI, ERP, Finance and Operations is more of the medium to the large enterprises applicability, right? So both are ERP systems, but they been use the applicability and the kind of organizations implement this is a bit different. Then you have the customer engagement. This is CRM, which a lot of people know. And this has got different apps like sales, customer service, field service, marketing. And sometimes you can also include the project operations in that. It is part of both, I would say, both type of the categories. But these are the key apps which you have it. So when you start up talking about your career and your profile, job role, you need to you should be very clear about what is your target or focused business application. Okay, do you want to go into Business Central, customer engagement, or AI, ERP? You need to be very clear about that. Okay, so that is first thing where I wanted to start with. But I want to ask one question in the audience, like if someone wants to come out from the mute, what's the difference between the ERP and CRM? If there is some basic difference, anyone can tell me. Anyone? Or there is no difference?
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to guess. I think CRM is mainly about maintaining the customer data. I think if we say marketing would have, sorry. Sorry, what was the other one you asked? Is this central?
ERP. Let's
no,
talk
ERP, sorry. ERP, I think it's mainly related to manufacturing, distribution, and the management of that.
Yeah. No, that's right. And I think someone has put in the chat also, right? So you guys are right. So see, ERP is, you can say it's a kind of internal, the application which is being consumed by the internal employees, right? More of a back office, you can say the operations, finance, procurement, and things. CRM is more of a, let's say, the customer facing application or the ERP solution, you can say, where you go out and talk about the sales, the field service, the marketing, and the customer service, right? So in any organization, both ERP and CRM can coexist, and they can be there is a possibility that organization is using both the applications. But that's not true in case of AI, ERP, and the Business Central. No organization will use both of them together. Okay, so AI ERP history, which is your Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. So uh, it was started, it was developed by a company called as Demgard in 1998 with the collaboration of IBM, and it was their product. And then slowly in 2002, it has been acquired. It was acquired by Microsoft, and it was called as Accepta at that point of time. And then slowly this product evolved in it is called Accepta 2.0 or 2.5, then Accepta 4.0. There you will find a lot of experienced people are there who have worked on these different versions. And then Accepta 2009, and then 2012 R2, R3. So this is the era where from 2003 to 2016, this is how it has evolved. Then in 2017, it has got a from a significant transitions where it went from a on-premises application to a cloud-hosted application, and that was in 2017. Initially, it was known as AX7, and then it was rebranded as Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations, then Finance and Supply Chain, and now it has been broken down into the different apps, and the kind of a name it has been given is the AI ERP, and I'll talk about that also a bit, that why it is called AI ERP. Okay, so that's a history of your finance and operations application. Similarly, this is how your Business Central history is around. So it was again the Demgard Navision product in I think if I'm right, what information I've got, 83 they built this application, and then 2002 the Dynamic Microsoft acquired this again, and then it was named as Navision Dynamics Nav. And then from there it was again a on-premises application, and then it has moved to the cloud hosted application, which is rebranded as Business Central in 2018, and today also you will see that the name is the Business Central for this application. And the next big category which we were talking, the customer engagement, and this is how the history is. So Microsoft developed a product in 2003, which is called as CRM 1, 2, 3. There are different versions they built from 2003 to 2010. And then in 2010, 11, they rebranded this as a Dynamics CRM 11, 12. 11, 13, 15, and 16. That was these were the different versions. And then again, it has gone to the cloud-based application in 2016 and present. So you have the broken different. They have broken into different apps like sales, field service, marketing, customer service, and different customer engagement app. So this is kind of a history of these three different category of the business application product. And I think we should know about these things because like how far this product has come, how it has evolved right over the period of time. We can look from this history. It is almost 25 years for each of these products. They have come a long way. Now, another thing which I want to talk about for the specifically for the people right now, let's say you choose to work on any of these applications, whether customer engagement or Business Central or AI ERP, Now, whenever you work on this, any project where these applications are being used, typically in that you find three key parties which are involved. You would see that it is called as partner, Microsoft, and the customer. And I think that, as name suggests, the customer is someone who is using that, is going to use that application, the customer engagement, business central, or AI ERP, who is implementing that, right? Who is bearing all the cost. Microsoft provides the subscription license, all the product development, new feature capabilities, service support services on those different products. So these are the key responsibility. There can be a lot of other things, but at a very high level, this is what Microsoft provides in that project. And then the partner is someone who is helping the customer in implementing that product, like whether it's a business central or AI ERP or the customer engagement. So when you start your career, when you look for the jobs, right, most of the times you will be working either with the partners. Most of the time you will be working with the partners, but sometimes now the time had changed. A lot of times now there are a lot of customers, they are building in-house capabilities because they are the very large organization, the global rollouts are happening, so they are also building their own capability in-house. So you might also find the opportunities at the customer side. So just this is what I wanted to show you, because after knowing the product, it is important, and when you implement, who are the key parties involved in this ecosystem. Now, let's say you understand now there is a partner, there is a customer, there is a Microsoft, but what are the key roles which you find typically in any of the project which is getting implemented, right? So I have divided into four different buckets. Like there is a program management, a solution architect, technical, and the functional. Now, program management is having two key roles. Probably you will hear, which is where there is a program manager and the project manager who are responsible for executing, monitoring, managing the entire program. So it can be not only from the technical solution perspective, it can be from the governance of that project, that who all are involved, what are the timelines, what methodology, are we on time or not, the managing the cost and everything, right? It comes under that program management bit. Then you have the solution architect, where you might find the different roles which possibly you will hear, like an enterprise architect, solution architect, functional architect, or technical architect sometimes. And these are the roles where these individuals are responsible for entire solution which is getting implemented. So it is not about finance is getting implemented or supply chain is getting implemented, right? They are responsible for managing the entire solution at a broad level. And that is where these different roles are there, and these roles are typically being performed by like anyone who is having this experience more than 10 years in this space generally. And then you have the technical, where you will find the different roles, like a developer, technical consultant, it might be lead developer, or sometimes data migration lead also fall under the technical category. And this is where this is for the people who are coming from a technical background, let's say engineering background or coding background or development background, and they want to build their career in this space. They will fall under kind of these categories, and they will be responsible for all the technical bits required in the project. And then the last one is the functional, where like you can be a functional consultant and you can choose the area of specialization, whether it's a finance, supply chain, HR, projects, what area you want to tap in, right? With depending on your interest level, depending on your education background, depending on your previous experience. Let's say if you are working as an accountant in any firm, and you have been working for 10 years, and now you decide to work in the ERP domain and you want to build a career, so maybe the finance consultant will be your go-to things. If you're working in operations like as a procurement manager or someone mechanical or some operations related activity you have been handling in any organization, so maybe the supply chain is your go-to profile to start with in ERP. Similarly, HR and the project. Sometimes there is also you will hear the roles like a business analyst who these are like kind of who have the understanding of the product bit, but also more of like understanding and having bringing the experience of understanding the businesses like business requirement, business processes, and so on. So a lot of organizations hire the business analyst, and you will find the opportunities in the market with the role name called a business analyst role. And then also in a bigger projects, the global rollouts, you might find the roles called test leads and the testers. Now, where normally, I mean, I have seen a small project, the function consultant is responsible for doing everything from the business analyst role to the application configuration to the testing and everything. But what happens like when you are part of a very big global project, let's say 20 countries are going to be live in that project, right? So there is a specific team for the testing. Okay, so a lot of organization will hire the specific skill set for that particular role. So you might find this thing. Now all these roles, as I said, like things have changed. Now these can be like 10 years back, I would say that this was more of a partner's role. Very few will be on the customer side. But now you would see that both the customers and the partners are hiring for such roles. So when you are applying for the job, you need to also consider whether that organization who is where this opening is it the customer like who is implementing, or is it a partner who is providing this service to different customer or multiple customers. And why it is important for you to know about these different roles is because when you plan your learning, what you need to learn based on which role you are targeting. If you are not sure that what you are going to be and which job you are going to apply, I think your learning path will become very confusing and might not be that great, right? And your lot of resources which you will find might be irrelevant for you, and you might invest your energy in a wrong direction. So very important for you when you are starting, or if you are in your early stage in your career, find out what is your target role, and based on that you design your learning path. That is very key for us to understand. So that was, I think, I wanted to talk, and I think it was more for the people who are starting in this space at a very early stage. They are, I think, hopefully this is helpful for you to know the ecosystem history and the roles. And I mean, I think we can talk hours and hours for how do you prepare and all those things. But now I think one of the key topic also I wanted to touch upon today is for the people who are already working for 5 6 years or 10 years in this space now. So how do you prepare yourself for tomorrow, right? Is it going to be the same way how you have been operating as a, let's say, a functional consultant or a solution architect or the lead consultant, or things are going to change going forward? And you would have heard a lot of things about AI, Copilot, and everything. And I think that is what, if any one of you who are working in this space for more than 4 5 years, if you observe things in last few years, the Microsoft has renamed the Dynamics of Finance and Operation. They started calling as the AI ERP, and that was for a reason, because things will drastically change in the coming days, right? So that is where it is important as experienced professional for us to prepare ourselves for tomorrow as well, that how the way I am doing my functional consultant role today will change the way I will do it tomorrow, right? So what is going to change, right? What are the key things you should start with, right? What are the small steps you should take right now? So one of the thing is the Copilot and the agents is are going to be the main focus in the ERP or the business application domain. So Microsoft is really aiming for autonomous ERP. When I say autonomous ERP means that your most of the activities and the interaction with the application is going to be through the AI agents which are built on top of your Copilot capabilities which Microsoft has. And that is where you will see a lot of Copilot and AI agents is being released by Microsoft in recent times in different business applications and for different areas. That is going to be the key focus in next I think the next release or somewhere in the April, May or end something, you would see specifically in finance and operations, you will find multiple agents getting released for the public preview. And there are already announcements, there are YouTube videos. If I call some of the agents like supplier communication agent for the procurement, reconciliation agent for finance, you have time and expense agent for the projects. So these are the different agents which are coming in the coming days. So you need to be prepared for that. The way you are doing today, the consulting or the configuration and things, it might change tomorrow for your end users. So we need to prepare for that. And how do you prepare for that? What are the small steps you can take today, right? So first thing is learn about the Copilot Studio. Now a lot of people possibly get a sense that, oh, Copilot Studio, there are so many things, might be very difficult and thing. Trust me, it is the easiest thing, right? You can, in a 10-15 minutes time, you can build your own Copilot, right? A simple Copilot. And the good part is that Microsoft provides a 1 month free trial with your any of the organization email ID you have. Go start with that, play around with that, right? At least understand the basics of this Copilot Studio so that tomorrow when things are getting released at an advanced level, you can understand and you can enhance your knowledge on top of it. Now, one of the resource which we will be sharing you also, I have created a couple of videos with the basics of Copilot Studio. There are 5-6 things which I have created, 5-6 videos. You can start with that. Microsoft Learn is another good resource where you can learn about this. And there are plenty of blogs which are there. But I think start with the basics. Understand the basic first. At least bare minimum, let's do that. Apart from that, there are other things which are available like program register for Agent Lab, Power Up program, which is a group program released by Microsoft, AI agent for the beginners, the GitHub library. There are 10 agents which are published by Microsoft. So all these resources which I'm showing on the screen are from Microsoft. Okay. And let me switch my screen. So hopefully you can see the browser screen now, right? So if you look at this, right, so this is the series I have built. So maybe you can go and view this, watch this. It's not very difficult. Anyone can learn this thing. And then you have the Agent Lab, which I'm talking. Again, this is a Microsoft program. You can register for this. And this program is like where virtual session designed to explore the power of AI-driven transformation. So there are different dates which are available. So you can register for any of the program and you can learn more from this. And also then this Power Up one where you can have I think they are launching the program where the group learning and people can come together and then they can start learning together on this Power Platform, the low code and this AI capabilities which are there, and you can again register here. And all these things are free of cost, right? The program launched by Microsoft. So I would recommend you to be part of it, sign up for all these things. At least these programs will help you to prepare for tomorrow, the advanced capabilities which are getting released from the Microsoft side. So I strongly recommend you to try to spend some time on such resources and such programs.